Good day, dear listeners. How is going? I hope everything going well with you. So again, some interesting broadcasting with you, Yaroslav Shvets, and we'll prolong some quite interesting discussion. So topic is for today what to do, or well, what not to do if you are not satisfied with yourself, if you're not really happy with something, if you're not happy with yourself, with your body, whatever, with anything. It's really general. So mostly video intends for the exercises, sports, but it's not only sports. It like intend for literally for anything, for your life in general, for your business relationship, studying, whatever, personal growth. So what to do if you feel sorry about yourself, about something? So I don't know, you're not happy without anything, you're really unsatisfied. So basically it have two options, and good thing, so basically you decide what to choose. So basically only the one person who in charge, it's only you, and it's mean no one can fix it for you instead of yourself. And it's awesome, it's mean everything in your hands. And basically life philosophy, what I prefer to choose, so I'm in charge, I can change everything what's going on around, what's happened with me. So basically I'm a constructor, I'm a creator of all of the action what's going on with me, with all my life, with all of the situation what may happen with all people I meet and so on. So two options. The first one, you really unsatisfied with something, you unhappy, whatever, you can really suffer from it, you can struggle, I don't know, feel really miserable, even might get a depression. But be really careful about the depression, because you might get addiction to it. Our mind, it has some really interesting faculty for turn everything to automatic process. So if you do something for quite a long time, it might become the automatic process. So you can feel down, feel quite bad about it. It's options number one. And it's really optional, it's really up to you what you will choose. So both of the choice will be right. And option number two, the second one, what actually I prefer it more, but still it's really up to you. So second option is you can use your, let's say, some kind of negative emotion. So if you're not happy about something, it's great, you can use it. So if you're really unsatisfied yourself with something or with anything, if it's happened, I hope not, so you still can use it for develop yourself, for grow personally, spiritually, for be better version of yourself, much better version than before. So if you're not happy where you are, if you're not happy how you look like, what you have, it's just great. So we will get to the more deeper philosophy a bit later, for you will not misunderstand me, not understand me wrong. So any, let's say, even if it seems like destructive feelings, it's quite negative emotion. If you're not happy with the place you have, with your work or whatever, it's quite sad. You can feel sad, of course, but you can use it. It might be the really powerful engine what will lead you, what will guide you further to get something better. So if you, let's say, unsatisfied with your shape, with your weight, maybe you're not strong enough or whatever, okay, perfect, it will help you to work harder, it will move you forward, and it's something will never let you down, it's something will never let you stop yourself. So you will never stop yourself for working on yourself, you never will stop studying, learning something new, trying new things, you will never stop working with yourself and so on. So basically all of the negative things, we call it negative, not so negative, but still you can turn to something will work on you. So okay, you're not happy with your position, you're not happy with the place you stay, with the people who around you, or I don't know, you're not happy with your health or how you look like. It can be anything. I don't know. I don't know with what you might be will not happy, but what statistics say is basically most of the people, they want to have a same thing. They want to be secured. They have a quite good life, nice family, good house, whatever, be healthy, and all of the relatives be well, and so on. Yeah, but it might be some small, tiny option. So if you're not happy with that, okay, it's great, just use it. Don't feel sad about it. Don't feel yourself miserable, yeah? If you feel down about it, I don't know, you'll go nowhere. So you'll just stay in one place doing nothing, just look on a seal, maybe, in your room, there's a gray skies or whatever, and feel really sorry about everything what's happened with you and so on, yeah? So basically it's way to nowhere. Instead of that, but still, it's really optional. It's really up to you. So you decide. No one forces you to do anything. I just give you the options. I can show you to the door, but I cannot walk through the door instead of you. But still, if you see more options, it's much easier to make some choice. No one said this will be easy way. No one telling you so it will be like trouble-free or something. So basically everything what you want to achieve, it's through the hard work. But still, you can use it for yourself. So you're not happy about, just great. It will be like a rocket inside you, what will move you further and further away. So you can create a cool plan. Okay, so just think about where you want to be, where you want to work, what position you want to have. So what you want to achieve, what is your aim. You can make a bigger goal as possible. Yeah, if you want to be millionaire, okay, it's great. If you want to make a more success business in your town, in your village, in a city, whatever, it's just great. Just go for it. And if you still not satisfied about everything what you got already, about everything what you achieve already, okay, cool. Just move forward. Just use it and use it for every day. So any critic what people say, just use it. So I'm really thankful for all of the people who said, you know, that speech it was sucks and that video just is really terrible and all of that job you done and this pictures of workshop it wasn't well and so on. It's perfect. Yeah, I not feel sorry about it. Yeah, I'm still learning. I'm not a professional in many things, but this critic, it's like move me forward. So basically, okay, I will study more, I will make more research, I will practice more for be better in certain things, and you know, it works very well. Same like I recording video on my training and I say, okay, I'm still not in the shape I want to, I'm not happy about, and okay, I just move forward. Okay, I need to train harder, I need to spend more time for my activity, manage a dietary plan maybe better and so on. It's just great. Okay, if my business plan not work for me well, I need to change something. So probably I'm not studying enough. All right, and if I not feel myself comfortable enough in a certain position, maybe not smart enough, okay, I have like half an hour a day for reading books. I can read a bit more books and study some information that will be useful for my business and so on. So instead of wasting time somewhere near the telly or just play social network, just scroll the stories hours a day and so on. So I cannot allow myself for just to waste my time for nothing. I even manage my travel time like tiny for not spend any extra minutes. So even if I travel, okay, I listen audio books for or some really cool lections or some documentaries for take it usefully for me. For example, like Warren Buffett, he read the books like every day, 1 or 2, 3 hours, from 1 to 3 hours. Yeah. Of course, no one can afford it because we need to work, we need to do a lot of things, take care of our family, training. But still, you can spend at least half an hour a day, and you know, with a month's time, you will read probably at 20 or even more really cool articles what you might be interested in. and so on and so on. So basically, with a few months time, let's say you may learn quite a vast piece of information for the history, let's say, or maybe physics or anything else what you really interested in. So basically it can be anything, and it doesn't mean you need to spend a lot of time for it. Yeah, it's just managing. So same like about the cooking. I want to eat healthy, good food, so I cook for myself, and I cook something really simple and really quick, so I'll show us small examples in some of the videos. It's something like take 5, maybe 10 minutes. Okay, if it's need to cook grains or beans for a long time, okay, put it in the water for the night time and stay in the water, and after I just put it for the boil like for 40 minutes or so on, for just really not spend any extra time for it. But the salads or shakes or anything else, it's just super quick. It's usually about 5 minutes. And if something it take longer, so okay, so probably I need to change something or eat some other food or so on. But it basically what I try to use for myself, something what works well or almost well for myself. So you can create your own system, you can create your own regime, your own way to do the certain things, for how you be able to save more time, to be more productive, to be like more progressive, for achieve more things you want. Because if you are still not happy about it, just great. I don't know how many of you study psychology, but you know, it's a quite natural thing to be unhappy about something. Some people, they can be unhappy about everything. So it's quite natural, even if everything seems fine. Simple example, if you watch this video somehow, I don't know how you find it, whatever, so probably you have internet access, so more likely you have a roof under your head, you have a place for stay. But yeah, I know in some countries, even homeless people, they have phones and internet access. And let's say in States, some homeless, they can afford even to be fed, like in other part of the world. People who working hard, they still have not enough money for buy decent food. Unfortunately, yeah, it's a place where we live in. Not everyone knows. So yeah, if you go around the world, travel a bit, discovered not touristic places, you might be shocked, I would say, and like all of the picture of the world, you might be torn upside down, and so on. Okay, but we go a little bit far from our discussion. So basically, what I mean. So even everything seems fine, you have enough food, maybe it's not the healthiest food, and maybe this food not really suitable for you, but still you're not starving, and you have a place to stay, maybe you even have a work, or I don't know, maybe still study, whatever. Yeah, it's everything like feels fine compared to people who stay in unsafe place, somewhere in savannah, whereas like every day someone was eaten by animals, or maybe in a place where the war is going, and maybe next morning it's like no neighbors anymore, and so on. Like people stay in a really terrible condition, but still everything fine, everything peaceful, have enough money, and people still feel unhappy, and it's quite natural. So what I want to say later a bit, so it's really important for enjoy what you have and be happy on a place you have, but it should be like in a golden middle. So I'm not contradict to myself, I just try to explain in the best way I can. Who watching also my videos when I explain about the spiritual growth and the mindset and the meditation I done. So basically, when you get to the trance state, everything like really understandable. You can realize and understand all of the nature law, and everything like super simple. And when you come back to the normal state of mind, you get a super dumb, like I don't know, extremely dumb, and you cannot understand anything, and you try just analyze information and use your logic, and even that state not works that well. And the things we live in a world of duality make everything even more complicated. So like between good and bad, it's not like a black and white, it's have like 100 or 200% and different scales, what can be like a little bit bad or like a too bad, like an insane, and you done something good thing, like give 50 cents to the homeless people, and maybe you done something really good like maybe adopt some kids, or maybe you make a huge charity organization when you help the hundreds of people and so on. So it's something maybe I would like to do, like the spread information what might be helpful for many people and just make a chain reaction. But even if its video will be helpful at least for one person, so I will be quite happy about that. So that time what was spent on it just worth on it. It will be quite enough. And if it's few people, it's great. And I've been for many different charity organizations as a volunteer and so on, and I don't care about make some plus benefits in a karma or so on, but still, it's like kind of emotions you receive, it's priceless, and you feel yourself like, I don't know how to describe, more light, maybe more happy, you feel kind of release or something. Maybe it's another natural scene what belong to us, what we still can discover and open in ourselves. Who knows? So for change people mind, like spreading some video like this one, I'm really sorry, it's still not really professional, I would say. I still try different things, practice in it and making my own style what might be not the best. So basically the video intends on a listening, not on a watching, so not really mind about a picture on the background. It's still my another training. So yeah, actually you can use it as example for the chest exercise today. Yeah, I found a really super small gym and I come here in really early morning when just everyone's moved to home, where's not many people, because like hour later it will be full of people and it's like almost impossible to do any exercises up here. But it's alright. It's better than nothing, and small it doesn't mean it's bad or something. Have a big way, have like everything for to do. So my aim to do the 4 sets of 4 exercises, 4 sets each, about 10 times per set for the chest. Also I want to do the forearm, also abs, and at least couple exercises and calf. So probably it will take, I done a running machine about 15 minutes plus about 1 hour training and a little bit stretching for cool down. So everything together gonna take about 1.5 hours, maybe 1:45 minutes, something like that. But sometimes I'm training just 2 hours. And yeah, what I want to say to you, so if you want to be more fit, more healthy, you start to do the exercises and yeah, you will get addicted to that shit. So first of all, you come, you train in 5-10 minutes, you tired, you keep going, maybe half an hour. Next week, like half an hour, it's okay. Next week, like you can train in 40 minutes, 45 minutes, so on. And after 1 hour you feel fine, and maybe after a few months you can train in 2 hours. It still feels like not enough. You need to work on elements, you need to stretch yourself, you want to make your condition better. You try different exercises, different techniques, you try the martial arts and play tennis and swimming and everything. Okay, maybe try some cross-functional training, and you move forward and forward, and it's like no age, it's no roof, it's always have something to develop, and it's beautiful. We're always supposed to work on ourselves. So as always, my style might be not the best one, but I try to use some really simple psychological techniques what I mixed with my life philosophy, what I'm really glad to share with you, and I will be really happy it will be interesting for someone. If not, just comment about it's a bullshit and so on, whatever. Just don't be shy, you can write anything. So any critic I'll use for myself or be a bit better in it. So I start from really far away and closer, step by step, get closer and closer to the point, and still I move from different kind of direction for the bring the things to the one point, to the center, and the picture will be quite bright and understandable. So maybe this thing what we unsatisfied about ourselves, about the something, or maybe about the many things, it not really matter. And it's quite common for everyone, and I would say even it's a bit natural, maybe with one reason. So the nature, the one we work on ourselves, we never stop on one place. So maybe it's some kind of program what passed to us from our ancestors, like with maybe hundreds of generations, for just always work on ourselves, for be faster, be stronger, be more smarter, for have a more chance for survive. And that's why we always not happy without maybe our house. Okay, it should be better, it should be bigger, for have more kids inside, it should be stronger, for be more secured and so on. Okay, I'll have earn more money because I'm not really sure it will be tomorrow and so on. And maybe these feelings of unsatisfied is some natural program what work inside us for keep us moving, for learn more information, because the information is something what keep us safe. When we analyze different details, like say the weather, and okay, it might be tsunami or maybe earthquake or so on, and everything help us to survive. And our body just works only in two waves, more important two things, like it's to save the life. Of course, if you not have such things like suicide. So we directed for save our body. So all of the energy just intense for keep our body alive and for reproduct, for send our genetics. So we work on our genetics, we improve it to make it better and pass to the next generation. That's it. Everything else it's not really matter. That's why it's so many different cheating techniques what I explained earlier, why we not spend so much energy, because the body turn everything to the automatic process, even thinking process, even emotional state. So if you react like 10 times negatively to something, and then you will do it automatically, even if it's not so negative and even it's not so bad. So it's sometimes when you watch really carefully to the people, you see like nothing really happened, why the person is upset or so on. It's a lot of really cool exercises, not only in a psychology, who was studied to be an actor. Basically it's really similar exercises, same who study psychology. So observation, you observe the people, you try to put yourself on someone place, and you try to feel what the person feel and so on, and then you can understand what's going on. Then you add some principles, how our mind work, how our, let's say, hormone system works, and how we automatize the process in our mental state, so you can clearly understand. So maybe the person had some negative experience about a certain things, and something what remind the things make this woman or man react negatively, but in real it nothing like bad or negative happen, but we turn everything to automatic process. So same, if you react positively to the certain things, even if like some car moving nearby and you all in water and you're super dirty, or rain start, or I don't know, some coffee drop on your white shirt, whatever. So basically it not really matter what's happened to you, but really matter what reaction you have. So you always can react negatively even if it's a good thing, or you can always react positively even if it's a bad thing. But what is amazing, through our mind we can control it, we can reprogram it. So through our mind you can turn any process, let's say, to the positive. You can teach yourself to look for the positive things around, and you'll be focusing only on the positivity, and it's just great. You'll be like a magnet who attract the positive people, positive actions, different kind of situation and the circumstances and so on. So same, if you teach yourself to react on a different action positively, you'll have a really cool habit. Whatever happened, you still smile. Oh, okay, it's good. It's everything happened for good. So you can make a new rule. It's everything happened for good. So you can make any kind of reprogramming. So yeah, still, I started from really far away. And what I like to do, I like to mention like positive things. So that whatever happened, you always can find the positive things in a certain action. Additionally, I make some video about natural selection. So basically, the Mother Nature, it's not so friendly, really violent, really cruel, and yeah, we live in a dangerous world. And for any other mistake, we get like really, really serious punishment. So we eat the wrong food, okay, we get fat, we get slow, and some animals can easily catch us. Yeah, so we not take care about immune system. Any virus come to our body and just can kill us, and so on. So if you are too slow, your endurance is very low, you cannot catch any animal. But if we're talking to the wildlife, yeah, now we living in a concrete jungle, so everything so secure and safe. But still, if you get like really bad genes, so probably you might get diabetes or cancer or whatever, and your life might be not so good. So it's what I said many times, what you do with your body, with your genetics, what you will pass to your kids and so on. Do you care about, or you not really mind, etc. And yeah, about the immune system. So any bacteria come to your body, to the healthy person, they even didn't notice anything. But if you have like weak health or whatever, just yeah, any bacteria come and you will feel it straight away. And it can be like millions example. Of course, it might be my have like more harsh examples. If the nature want to change something, it can be like a tornado, earthquake, volcano or whatever, and just clear everything around. That's it. But yeah, it's probably too extreme, and I try to make like more simple examples about natural selection. So what I mean, like all of the weak species just passed away and only strongest will stay. So probably these feelings of unhappiness, and when we're not really glad with the place we are, with our, I don't know, health state, with our financial state, with anything else, you're, I don't know, unsatisfied with anything in your life. So maybe it's for good. It's something what moves you forward, what make you work harder, study more, do more research and so on, and be more progressive, more success, and get whatever you want. So whatever you have, you always can use it, and you can get the benefits like literally in anything, even if it seems like it was a negative part, but you still can use it. So basically the main point what I try to make. And yeah, about all of the videos, so first one what I start to make, like I just decide to make some videos for people who not really feel good about something, what might be quite useful, and chew them up and maybe motivate for something. So it's quite easy to find some piece of inspiration in certain content. And yeah, so probably the videos for the different kind of let's say beginners who decide finally to make certain changes in their life, or maybe just make at least some tiny improvements in their way or health state or whatever, mental state, what really important. But basically, you know, you cannot just separate it everything together. So if you have too many problems in your head, it will affect everything. It will affect your physical body as well. And if your mental state not so well, you feel bad about something, you know, it will affect everything. You cannot work well, you cannot train well, and so on. And if your physical body is struggling from something, you have a pain or injuries or I don't know, anything else, you know, it's affect your mood, it's affect your mind and everything. So everything connected together. So you cannot separate such thing like nutrition or mental state or your mind state. So you need to take care about everything. So that's why I make it like a super big salad of information from the everything. Yeah, and my apology if it's quite long, but you know, for the make your mind settings to turn to the certain way, you need to spend a little bit time for it. So same, you can use it maybe like meditation, sit and relax and listen for a bit, or you can do the cardio and still put your headphone on and just listen it and make a little bit of brainwash in some positive way instead of watching some destructive TV channels. I've been in many countries, and the news, what I see, it seems like I living in a really, really dangerous and a bad world with insane people who just come on the street and shot everyone, and nothing good happen. And after I come out on the street, even in a super dodgy area, and I look at the people, I talk to them, spend time with them, and everything fine. Like I'm living in a really good world. But basically everything not make you relax or feel too secure or good, and it works quite well, I would say. I mean the news and all of the media what we see around. So what I can say, statistically, you can check the statistics. So everywhere, in any place, in any city, I don't know, you can read the statistic from the police or whatever. So just use your logic, that's it. So one of my biggest aims, trying to learn people for more critical thinking and use logic as much as possible. So any country, any city, any state, whatever, happen a lot of good things and unfortunately some bad things. Raping, killing, and mostly it's everywhere. And let's say some robbery or stealing, pickpockets or whatever. It still happens. Somewhere less, somewhere more, but it's happened everywhere. And unfortunately not all of the people mindful enough or not to do so, but hopefully we will live in a better world and everything will change later on. And it's only matter how you distort the information. So let's say 90% of good things happen around and all over the place, and maybe 10% of something happen like I don't know, the gangs fight, drug selling, or some maybe bus crashes or whatever, different kind of accident, and maybe 5% of it if something like really not good happened, like killing cases or whatever, and it always on what you focus in your mind, so what you will show on the TV. So you can show everything, but if you will show like how successful our factories works and people who work there like have increased their salaries and we going well, we make a new park and build a new area and whatever, our economies grow perhaps, and whatever. This news will be not really interesting. It shows some like more harsh stuff, and that's why they focusing on something what like really unusual and bad, dangerous happen. So it seems like everywhere nothing good happen. So always on what you will focus your mind. So, and all of the countries more or less it's really the same. So what I just try to say, it's will work on you and only on what you focus in your mind. So focus on positivity, focus to be success, focus on study, work hard, and you will achieve much more. Just don't mind about all other things what happen around. At least it not in fact affected you. But if something really affected you, maybe you shouldn't be agreed with a certain law, with a certain rules or whatever. Maybe you're supposed to say something and spread more information around if you disagree with that. It can be about anything, maybe about I don't know, law, new rules, politics, economics, maybe some religional parts, if it change anything, whatever. It can be literally anything. So, but still, it's everything like really up to you. And still sorry for the background video. It's everything still like a more experimental style and the format. Probably I will change later and make like more videos like show the certain things in the details, so it will be necessary. But for now it's like more like a radio style, just put something, anything actually on a background, so not really mind on a video what's going on the background. But if you leave any comments, likes, dislikes, just share what you think about it, what you want to discuss, all of the negative and positive, so it's my help for make kind of improvements, and I will appreciate that for sure. So yeah, let's come back to our super deep discussion. So we might be dive to the kind of deep philosophy. But everything, all of your thoughts, all your emotions, everything like affect your life, your aims, and yeah, like I said before, it doesn't matter you have a good life and everything is fine, and you still feel unhappy about something and so on. So basically, it's nothing to worry about. But what I try to explain, what's really, really difficult in our world of duality. So whatever happened, whatever you achieve, whatever you have, you should be happy about. Yeah, so you should appreciate it, be thankful for body you have, for health state you have, for your parents who give you life and educate you and everything. Maybe it's not the best what you want, but okay, you still can work on it. Because if you will be not gratitude for everything you have, it will be quite difficult to live, and by shame and philosophy, let's say, it will be quite difficult to stay in this world, and it will be kind of rejection for you. So you will be not in a total harmony with all of the nature around. So it kind of balance between to be happy with something and not to be happy. Really, when you meditate, everything like so clear, so understandable for you, and in normal state of mind, first of all, basically no words for description, same like describe the feelings or emotions. It's difficult to feel what the person feel. He can say he feel the pain, but you cannot know how much the pain he feel. Or if he feels sad or she, you don't know how sad she or he feels, so and so on. So same here, any state of mind when you get to the trance to describe on a really super primitive, verbal way, it just no chance. But I try my best I can. I tried many times already. So yeah, I have a few channels. One channel for the traveling, if you're interested in, and another one just my personal one. So I put a lot of different kind of meditations there. If you're interested, it's really good for making improvements in your mental state and for your mind in general, especially if your mood go down with some reason. But it's really easy to get in the control. So if you wanna make your discipline harder, practice the concentration meditation at least 20 minutes per day, depends how much time you have. But when you will see kind of improvements and the benefits of it, it's really, really essential. So basically, it doesn't exist something it's not possible for you. You always put on a shelf, it's possible, I can, I will do it. So you can reprogram yourself in so many ways, like, okay, I will follow program, it's no laziness for me, so okay, I go in gym every day, okay, I'll go in gym every day. I work 3 hours on my project, after the work, okay, you do 2 or 3 hours, you work on your own project, and if you decide to meditate half an hour a day and read a book another half an hour a day, so basically just 1 hour, it's not such much time, you even can do it in a public transport or so on. Okay, you can do it, and your productivity is grow like extremely. You expand your ability of things to do like way higher. Same if you want to achieve some additional your talents, maybe want to sing and dance and play some music instrument, okay, just spend at least an hour a day, and in a month's time, 2-3 months time, probably you will achieve something you wish to, depend what you want and so on. So basically, it's nothing about luck or I don't know, good, bad life, it's everything about work. So I met a lot of success people, let's say in certain way, more or less. At least they got what they want and they put themselves in a place, they see themselves, and probably everyone said the similar things. They spend a lot of time for research, for study, for education and everything about really hard work. When their siblings go to the party and so on, they just simply can't afford it. They work really hard. So always and these things I not see like, oh, it's a connection, so it's a good luck or whatever, or something help, or the people said a lot of different kind of superstition, but I see always strong discipline, like when people really intense, and I always see like really hard work. None of any Olympic champions win with luck. Yeah, okay, you can get some score maybe in a boxing or somewhere, but 90% is really hard work, and what others just don't want to do or lazy to do or just cherish our weakness, etc. But it always depends from your demand. So probably I'll do some more videos, maybe some short interview, at least with some people who start from zero and open the restaurants, a small factory and so on. Just, I don't know, for share experience, for inspire you. And it's people who I mention, it's not some imaginary people, it's like real people, but around like super busy. It's like quite difficult for get some free time or make an appointment even for half an hour just for simple discussion, but for sure I will make some. Same about some athletes or bodybuilders, fitness models, for make a small improvement. It's not my personal opinion, and everything what I described about food and exercises, discipline, different kind of regime, nutrition and so on. So other people like more or less will tell you the same or similar things. It's nothing happen just like that. Yeah, some people indeed, they have a really good genetics, but they still improve it. So no one born like a perfectly good athlete. You need work on it. If you were born with a good genetics, okay, you might be quite good in something, but for win the competition for the wrestling or even running or swimming, I don't think you have a quite good chance without good training and so on. So it's common sense, I guess, and I don't need to explain much more. So yeah, just any weakness you have, any fears, any habits, try to turn, it will work for you. So everything just turn what will work for you well. And yeah, about explanation, good or bad, happy and not happy, what I didn't say much clear. So let's say you're happy about something and not happy about something. It's not like yes or no, black or white. It's have like a huge range of variety. Let's say like 100%, yeah. And to be in a total harmony, to stay in this world, it like be exact on the middle. So if you will be totally happy with everything, like you're okay with everything what's going on around, and you totally fine, you have everything, you have food and so on, you will be just lazy, you will have no motivation for work forward, yeah. So basically your development will be stopped. Like many people, they stop educate themselves like maybe 25 or so on, same as physical development and etc. So maybe the nature, they make certain things for we will keep forward and moving. So I can give you like really good example. I think I done it in some other video. Like parents, they make a good business, they working really hard, whatever how they start and so on. And their kids, they have no motivation, they have everything they want, they have enough money, and parents done everything for them already. And like the Chinese economy boom, and not only Chinese, Japan, whatever, but basically in China it most cases about gamers, and some in India too, like family who have enough money and their kids don't need anything, and just they sit and playing games all day. They're not interested in anything, they don't want anything, they have everything already. And they have even like kind of syndrome. Basically the China, the first country who put it like kind of a mental disorder, and they even make rehabilitation camps. So it's the first country, and it was done like 3 years ago or so. So basically, for some kind of psychologists, it was a big boom and quite interesting platform for the new research. And basically, it's useful. The conclusions they done for people who are in a depression or stay in a high level of stress, what's really common for the big cities. So basically, it's quite interesting. So yeah, a little bit of violent when parents assign the papers and send them to the camp, whereas some of the camps, like no electricity, no nothing, of course it's no gadget and so on. And you stay in nature, wake up with the sunrise and go to bed with the sunset and so on. And some, it's like more or less technological, but still it's no internet, no nothing. And they just go to total different environment where you need to talk to people face to face, and you need to do the things by your own hands and so on. And some camps what was made like 10 years in Russia for people who have a suicide and a strong depression and so on. So they sign the papers, they go to kind of concentration camps where they be bullying, torturing and so on, and they supposed to spend their not even 1 month's time, 2 or 3 months. So when you spend there like imprisonment in really violent, I would say, environment with super unfriendly people, and you really struggling there during 1, 2 or even 3 months, and when you come back just to normal, you feel like super happy. And probably all of the superstitious about the suicide and so on, what animals don't have, for example. So it's another really good proof it's really unnatural. It's totally gone. So basically more than 90% of people they lose such things like heart depression and suicide and so on, what works really well. And I guess it will be like more popular later on. So basically when we live in really unnatural way in a big cities, everyone running, chasing each other, have a lot of competitives, we have a fear to lose job, and we see all of this news on the media, what we live in a really dangerous world where nothing good happen, and we feel really insecure. So probably for be stressed, it's became like normal. And if you fear, you're stressed or in a depression, all of your hormones is going down and level of cortisol is high, this kind of destructive hormone. And when your mind not well, it affects all of your body, all of your physical body, all of your energetic body, and basically you destroy yourself by your own mind, by your own hands, let's say. And this kind of thing is really destructive. So probably it's where I come from all of these silly things like depression and suicide and so on. So if you go to any wild village somewhere on the middle of nowhere, in the wilds, in the mountains, in a forest, in a field somewhere in Mongolia or whatever, where people is really poor, do the farming, just working, they smile or they looks much more happier, they singing, they dancing, they enjoy their life. It seems like they much more happier than people who stay in a city. They have no idea what the depression is and how people can struggle from it, and they have no clue why people won't commit the suicide. It's totally alien for them and so on. So I don't know, at least if you have a chance on a weekend, try to spend more time on the nature, be more relaxed. If you have some way for stay away from high stress, and whatever you can do for not to be depressed, just do it. Do the things you enjoy, spend the time with people you love to. And gym, it's probably one of the remedy number one. You have a stress, depression, go work hard. You're not happy about something, go and work hard. Your hormone level go down, go and work hard. You cannot sleep, just work harder and you will knock you out. So basically you can use this remedy for everything, and basically it not cost much. Some gym you can visit for 1 $10, whatever. It's much better than buy some medicine or visit a psychologist who will take like at least a couple $100 per hour. I don't know, take a treatment, or even worse, you can do the take antidepressants. So I asked some people who took different kind of antidepressants. So basically, every year is changed because it's just a business for, I don't know, make money on your health, on your mental state, and what people describe. Okay, let's say so. Every year, some the medicine is get prohibited and new one come, and again next year this get prohibited and new one come, and so on, because they said, okay, people get addiction and make it worse, and so on. So it's nothing like a really good money industry. So I'll give you a couple description what some people said when they took the antidepressant. So yeah, if you have a bad memories, bad experience, I don't know, anything else what you have, depression, you will forget about it. So some medicine is really strong and make you like super sleepy and turn to the zombie, so you cannot really understand what's going on, and yeah, not really pleasant stay, I would say. Another, you cannot focus like on really anything. You cannot understand you're tired or not, you sleepy, not sleepy, you cannot understand you're hungry or not. And of course, in such terrible state, you forgot about any possible problem you had before. And some people said they took some medicine what they just really cannot understand what's going on, what they feel, and they feel really, really bad. And when they come back to the normal state of mind, they was like super happy and like, wow, this is a normal life and nothing bad happened, and I'm just feel okay. And such stories I like heard quite a lot. And some boyfriends or girlfriends said who they couple like sitting on a medication, they like totally unconscious and behave like really, really abnormally, and sometimes it's really difficult for be with such person with. So yeah, if you have a chance, just keep the medication if you can. I hope so. But yeah, if you have like syndrome of lack of concentration or mind hyperactivity or whatever, what connect with your neurotransmitters, what usually it's already programmed in your genes, it will be quite difficult to be without medication. But still, the simple meditation techniques and techniques on visualization and different techniques on the concentration, what I mentioned in other videos, even for that people it works helpful. So you need to spend just a little bit time with it. So always you can find some solution for free where you no need to pay anything. And now like internet full of it. There are a lot of different kind of books with all the new techniques from yoga and Buddhist practice and everything what can improve your mental state and make a little bit better. So just take all of these small pieces of information what might make improvements for you, what might make feel you better in something. Sorry for my speech, and yeah, usually I just hard training hard and come back, and probably not the best MC after hard training. But what a good, after the gym you're full of the energy. So basically it seems like you supposed to be really tired, but it increase your appetite and increase your energy level, and you can like talking hours non-stop, and you fully charged, can do the lot of things, and you work on your project much productive. So the activity, like a normal activity, exercises, not overtraining, not training too hard when you just can't move, cannot walk out from a gym, but like normal activity, it boosts your energy and your creativity and everything. So it works really, really well. And yeah, I mentioned a few times already and come back again to black and white for be happy and unhappy. So to stay harmonically in a nature, so you should be somewhere on the middle. Yeah. So if you're totally unhappy with something you happen in your life, yeah, you will be feel really sad. You will be feel too sorry about yourself, and maybe struggle a lot and feel too miserable if this level is go too down, and probably will not do anything, just stay home, look on the floor and do nothing. Yeah, not the best choice. And in the opposite way, so let's say from this middle of 100%, where the best options in on the middle, on the 50%, is going too high, so it's mean everything fine and everything you are too happy and everything too good. What I said before about the kids who became gamers, or just they don't see any aim in their life and they just don't know what to do with their life. Yeah, so you will do nothing again because you fine with everything, you totally okay. Same like people who sitting on a drugs or have a drinking problem, they drink and yeah, everything's fine now, no need to sort any problem just disappeared. And same like under the drugs, everything is good, you're just using drugs and you don't want to do anything. And of course I don't think so you will make any improvements in relationship with your parents or friends, or try to fix your financial problems or health problems or anything else, because everything's good already. So the best thing is to be somewhere on the middle. So when you not satisfied with yourself but not unsatisfied, because if you will not love your body now, let's say it's imperfect, you're too skinny or maybe too fat, whatever, you need to love your body, you need to send this information of love to your body, forget the same response, and this will work well for you, but it's still you're working for make the improvements. So it's in our life, it doesn't exist such things like good or bad, black or white. It always some shadows of gray or light white or not too black or whatever. The same like person stealing something, yeah, it's bad, it's really bad. But one thing is stealing for get some drugs he use because dive in total hedonism, or maybe he steals some drugs because he wanna help someone, or maybe help to family members. And it's really difficult for judge people in this case, and it always like a human factor. So maybe it's bad, but it's not so bad because a person have no choice. So it's a so huge spectrum of good and bad. And same we can say about the pleasure and about the emotional state, about the joy. You can be like joy on 2%, it can be joy on 80%. So it will be the big difference. So you can see the smiling person and he's happy, but you don't know he's happy on the 70%, on the 30%. Yeah, he's feel good. So it's everything really comparable to different people, different culture, to the different personality, even your own state. You can react in a different case differently. And let's say you feel down, like really down, like you go like lowest chances possible. So let's say you had only $100 in your pocket and you lost it, and you feel really bad because you don't have any more money at all, and you stay on the street and have no food, no friends. It's alien country, alien city, and you cannot ask for help anyone. Yeah, so everything bad, and weather is cold and going snow or rain or whatever. Yeah. And the person, let's say he had a business and get bankrupt and lost $1 million, what he worked maybe 10 years for it before. Yeah, and the level of feel down, it will be the same, but loss is not the same at all. You know what I mean? So let's come back to our schedule. So I just try to explain the best way I can how to use it more productively for yourself. So you need to get clear understanding. So let's say you're unsatisfied or satisfied yourself, and you stay somewhere on the middle. So you're okay with your health level, with your mind state, with the place you stay, but in the same time you want something better. It's normal. Let's say if we talk about sport, you want to be in a better shape. You're in a good shape already, but you want to be in a better shape. It's fine. Yeah, just work on it. So let's say you have a 20% of fat in your body, you want a 15. Okay, work for it. It's good. So basically you happy with yourself already, but not happy enough, and you still keep going. So your business is working well, but you still want more. You want to do more sales, you want to spread your network more, you want to get more income and so on, and you work on it. You make a research, you study marketing, and you work hard on it. So basically you can use for everything. Your relationship is working totally fine, but what if you can make some improvements? Yeah, maybe you need to spend a little bit more time with your brothers or maybe with your parents, and it's people who really take care of you. It's probably not from many people who really worried and interested in how is your things going on, so yeah, maybe you can do something for make it a little bit better. Same, it can be your spouse or kids. Yeah, maybe you need to educate them or a little bit spend more time with them, whatever. If you have like some extra hour, why not? And something you can really enjoy. So if you're not satisfied with something, but still, what I try to say, not go too extreme. You go into gym, you look perfect, you're really good, but be more critical. So I don't know, you in a good shape already, you gain with the last year's 10 kilo of muscles, looks like really amazing, yeah? But you look on a mirror, and mirrors never lie. So basically, it's tell you all of the truth. So you need to go on a scale and see, oh, I lose 3 kilo, I gain 3 kilo, whatever. You look in the mirror and you see clearly. You happy with that or you're not happy with that? If you're happy with that, cool. Just make light exercises for keep it well, because it's nothing constant. Until you take care of yourself, you'll be in the same shape or even better. But if you stop to do it, you have a muscle atrophy. So basically everything go down. Same your brain, you use it, you get smarter, your memory works well. When you not use it, you get more dumb. So basically it maybe what we're supposed to be more worried about the gadgets, when we use less our brain and use more gadgets until you put it in your brain. If you will be not smart enough, whatever. So you look in the mirror. Okay, you're happy with that, cool. You're not happy with that, you're working more. But truth is, I can share it on my experience and experience in other athletes and professional bodybuilders and professional fitness models. You're never happy with yourself. So you always think, okay, I need a little bit more muscle. Okay, I need lose little bit more fat, and it's always little bit, and you fight for this every millimeter, you fight for this each grams all the time. So even if you're a big guy, look in the mirror and you I don't know, really desperately skinny guy for yourself in the mirror, and you're working hard each time, harder and harder. Same girls, they have a really amazing figure, the professional fitness models, they have even some first places on a competition, and still they come to the mirror and said, oh, it feels like I still have fat, I still need to cut and so on, I need to be more lean. And gymnasts said, yeah, I can sit on a split easily, but yeah, I need to be more flexible. And these elements I do, it looks amazing, but not perfectly how I want to. And they still keep going for it. And same in a boxing or wrestling, even guys who got the first place, they still training hard because someone else can train harder, and it will be no more first place and so on. But as I said before, not go to the extreme way, let's say anorexia, and have a vice versa for the bodybuilding guys. They huge, 140 kilo, but they seems like they still skinny. But okay, if for some reason your critical mind not working well, I mean not in a healthy way, because what I explained before, for use it in a healthy way, so ask people around, and not people random on the street. Some people on the street who, let's say, if we will talk about a gym, who not go gym, you will be looks amazing for them. But okay, if you talk to the people who training with you, maybe they give suggestion for you. Yeah, your arm is too big or legs is too small, and yeah, you need cut a little bit, or maybe you need gain a little bit. Oh no, you're perfect, just don't do anything. Yeah, so probably people from a side can see it much clearly, and it will be more reasonable. So it's really famous anorexia. Probably you're familiar with that, when people always feel sorry how much they eat, and probably they not feel good about themselves because they eat too much and they feels like they too fat, and they almost not eat anything and they just get skinnier, and they look really not good. They spend all their life in concentration camps from 1941 and so on, somewhere in Buchenwald. And people do it by themselves, and always they look in the mirror, they feel themselves fat, what isn't true, and even everyone look around on them and say, you look too skinny and you need to eat something and you look not healthy. And if many people say that, so probably need to do something with that. So yeah, if you think you need to gain more weight, but people around said, you don't need gain any more weight, you like get fat, you need just cut a little bit, yeah. So maybe you need to listen to it. It not many people cannot see it clearly in a mirror, but yeah, it have kind of phenomenon when people mind and expectation it's stronger than reality, and when they look in a mirror they still can see themselves skinny if they like fat already, or opposite when they like super skinny but they think they are fat, etc. But the same what I try to mention, the most important part, when you stay on this golden middle, I call it golden middle, from the golden section and number of Fibonacci would basically bring us closer to the harmony with the magical nature. I will not mention the fractal geometry, we'll make it simple. So the things that make you a little bit unhappy with something, it's just good, it's great, it's just perfect, just use it. So you're not happy with your project, with some parts, okay, just work on it, just make improvements, make it works better, make more research, it's cool. So you think your project is great, yeah? For now, I see my project is sucks, totally sucks, yeah? But I work on it, I do the more research, I try to be like the better MC and whatever, and I thought how can I explain the things in a more simple way if it will be like understandable for everyone, for the kids or professor or whatever, because as I said before, in the trance state of mind, everything clear and understandable, but when you come back to normal and try explain it, you're just bloody dumb and you can't do it because it seems like impossible, because it's no words for description, it doesn't exist. It's like same like describe your feelings or emotions, it's just impossible. So it kind of, you try to do the impossible things, but yeah, it's quite interesting challenge as well, and probably really good exercises for the brain. And yeah, about background video I even keep silence, yeah, it's probably some negative comments, yeah, feel free, we'll sort it, no worries. So I'll try to change a style soon, I just think about try to be more creative and interesting, so I'll do it soon. So still the main idea, use it, anything negative, not really like positive, like weak, so turn your weakness in the most strong things, yeah, just use it, everything, all of the critics people said around, and even if it sounds not so good, just don't blame people, don't be angry without them because they said you are too fat or too skinny or too weak and you cannot go to the competitions or whatever, like listen to many success people, like no one believe in them, like no one. And once I decide to, okay, why not go just for modeling competition or whatever to become a model or actor, and people said around, you crazy, just look at yourself, it's just not possible. And some agency said, no, you like too tall, too short, too fat, too skinny, whatever. And then some agency said, oh, you look just great, you look perfect for this certain project, okay, we're happy to work with you. And then try to go to some competition and said, yeah, you not look fit enough for this kind of competition, but you will look okay for another one. So for fitness model, you're not fit enough, but you can go to the fashion model and so on. And I go to the fashion model competition, and after I just get more lean and go to the fitness model competition, what like hundreds of people try to get in, and it's not really easy for just get a chance for participate and so on. But no one from people I know my relatives, know my friends, people with who I work, no one believe in myself, and everyone said, you're just an idiot, like why you wanna do that, and just it's impossible and like too silly and so on. And I didn't try to improve something for others, it's like maybe for myself. And it's like your belief system, and it's everything happening what you believe. So if you believe you can do, yeah, you can do, why not? And the competition, even a small competition, it's like really great for make your regime really strong and make you super disciplined for get a higher result as possible. So you have a kind of really strong motivation for work much harder on yourself. So let's say in a certain point you're not fit enough. Okay, doesn't matter, just work on yourself. Or maybe you're not so talented, like as an actor, or maybe if it's like a talent competition, yeah? Okay, just work on it. So what is your talent? Just make it better. Just be unique, be yourself, no problem with that. So it's just really simple thing. And basically this story I heard from many people. And if you read some books, I don't know, maybe I mentioned some in another video, like about the success people, like no one believe in them, you know, like everyone said, okay, just find a normal job. What you doing? You just make a startup and lose everything like 2 or 3 times already. Just stop doing that. Like be the normal person. Just find a normal job and work for someone. Why you want to create something like, oh, change of the world or whatever? You know, it's a really famous story about what it's called, founder of a Telegram. So basically they first who make this secured hotspot who like hackers cannot log in. The idea was brilliant. It was years ago, and now they just go big. And another thing, I know the few companies who they provide a free service. It's one free IT service, free psychological service, and even this service for the Telegram. Yeah, so everything for free. But the income they have about 3, let's say from 2 till 4% of customers who pay for additional service, and basically they earn money only from it, but everything else is for free. So I know a few companies who work in a similar principle, and they make a really good service, and they intend like on really small amount of, like say, VIP customers who cover all of the expenses, because they need like some kind of extra service, and it always will be people who need some extra service. And it's just a really small example how people can change everything just because they think differently. They just see the things differently, and probably it's a different why someone get more progress and more success and someone is not. So I provide you like as most difficult examples as possible, so instance and this one and that one and so on, and sharing my experience, and not only my experience of my friend with who I train and with who I working on different projects. And I done a lot of projects, not only charity projects, we done the movies and short movies and what it called, it's like a TV shows about the traveling and food and everything. So whereas like a huge teamwork, and you know, I'm quite curious person, and usually I ask your opinion of people about this and that one, and especially when people really happy with their life, and okay, why not share it? And the people who get certain kind of success in certain things, yeah, I'm really glad to hear the life stories. So for sure, some stories what I really like, let's say the guys, they not became the millionaires, but still they make changes in their life and they start from zero, and just because of the different point of view, the different worldview, let's say, they make changes for themselves and turn the things upside down and so on. So yeah, I'll share a few like live real stories what I heard from people, what like really impressed me, and yeah, I collect certain stories because they inspire me a lot. So it's mean, okay, I not do enough, so probably I need to do some more. So I'm training hard enough, I not meditate long enough, I not read more enough. Yeah, so if my project's work sucks, okay, I need to make some improvements and so on. And I will be really glad if it will be helpful to someone. So yeah, if you will find it in some case quite interesting, I'll be really glad if you feel like share it and help it to grow and so on. And yeah, just comment what else you would like to know. I have like tons of different kind of information, different stories. Just simply like super busy for put it live, because it's like for mountain video and put everything, it just take like a lot of time. So sometimes when I record a sound, I simply just do the cardio exercises for shot a couple of rabbits at the same time, because simply don't have a time. So when I can do the cardio on a cycling, on a machine, whatever, okay, I check my heartbeat rate, going not too high, not too low, and okay, keep going. I can do my things. I can do my paperwork, I can do my study, I can watch lections or listen audiobooks, or I can do a little bit of creativity, do something what I really enjoy. For example, like record this video, basically the sound, I record the sound, and as a video I'll put it later on. So yeah, please don't mind much about. And yeah, it's really important to do something you love, to do something you enjoy, something you feel good about. And yeah, the thought, it might be helpful for someone might be like it, and yeah, it's quite pleasant. All right, I think it's really long for today already, and it's quite enough for my cardio as well, like more than 1 hour already. So yeah, yeah, what can I say? Thank you for listening, and stay tuned.